I chased my brother out of my life, only to find out years later that he didn't simply vanish, he was rather somewhere suffering, surviving and waiting for a long time, hoping to see me again. But unfortunately, by the time I finally found him, it was too late. The boy I knew was gone. When our parent passed away in a sudden accident, the world fell apart. I became the adult overnight at 19, while my 11-year-old brother, Kojo, was left to fend for himself. Kojo wasn't a bad kid, but grief can make children difficult. He was stubborn, cried constantly, and always seemed hungry, not just for food, but for the attention I couldn't give. I was working 3 small exhausting jobs just to keep a roof over our heads. I wasn't just tired, I was bitter and angry at the life that had been stolen from me. The breaking point came on one Tuesday morning. I had finally secured an interview for a steady office job, and all the details were saved on my cheap cracked phone. Kojo was playing in the room and knocked the phone off the table, shattering it completely. I couldn't get the address or call them back, losing the opportunity. I snapped. All the pressure from the past years exploded. "You ruined everything," I screamed at him. "You spoiled my phone, and now I lost the job opportunity." He began to shake and tears streamed down his face. "I'm sorry, sis. It was an accident." But I didn't stop. I said the words that would haunt me for a decade. "Kojo, I can't take this anymore. Go in there, pack your things. Go and live with Auntie. I don't want you staying here with me any longer. You like frustrating me all the time. Look at what you just did. Oh my God, I can't take this anymore. I'm tired." Kojo stood there in silence, not begging. He simply went to the corner, picked up his small bag with a broken zipper, and walked out of the door. I expected him to return by dinner, thinking he would realize he had nowhere else to go. He never came back. I didn't go after him. I told myself, it's all good. I finally have peace. I can focus on myself now. 12 years had passed. By God's grace, I finished school and got a better job. I started living better. My life seemed perfect from the outside, but the peace I craved turned into a hollow silence. Every time I saw a boy with a bag or heard a child laugh, Kojo's face would flash before my eyes. A year after sending him away, I called Auntie and she told me he had come to stay with her for a week before disappearing. I convinced myself he was fine just to escape my own guilt. One afternoon, I was walking through a busy town when I heard a haunting melody. A guitar played with raw pain that stopped people in their tracks. The accompanying voice hit me like a falling stone. It was a voice I hadn't heard in decades, yet my soul recognized it instantly. I pushed through the crowd and saw him. Right standing there was him. It was Kojo. He had grown into a man now, tall, lean, and good-looking. His face was harder, his eyes guided like a soldier. He sat on a wooden crate, fingers expertly moving over the strings. When he finished, he looked up and saw me. He didn't even smile. He immediately dropped the guitar and looked at me with so much shock on his face. "Sister," he simply whispered, "so you are alive?" My knees felt like they were made of water. "Kojo, I have been looking for you," I lied, the guilt choking me. He let out a short, hollow laugh. "No, you didn't look for me. You forgot you threw me away like rubbish and never checked the bin." Caught in the street, I started crying. "I'm so sorry, Kojo. Please come home. I have a big house now. I have money. I can take care of you the way I should have." He stood up, slinging his guitar over his shoulder. "I didn't need your money then, and I don't need it now. I needed my only sister back then, but she chose to neglect me." Then he revealed the truth of those 10 years. "When you threw me out, I went to Auntie. She didn't want another mouth to feed. She behaved as if I was a burden. She beat me for the slightest mistake and treated me like a servant. After a week of being told I was a burden, I packed my small bag and headed for the street. I slept beneath market stalls, begging for scraps. I recounted nights spent feasting on rubbish bins just to feed the stomach cramps. I had endured a lifetime of suffering while I was finding my peace. One day, an elderly man discovered me huddled in an alley, strumming a guitar with only 3 strings. This man recognized a spark in me and taught me to transform my pain into music. Music saved me, Kojo declared firmly, not family or you. He gazed at me with eyes that seemed 100 years old. I forgave you a long time ago, sis. I had to, so the anger wouldn't consume me. But forgiveness doesn't restore your place. You are just a stranger who resembles someone I once loved. Then he turned and walked into the crowd, disappearing from the view. I stood alone in the city center, surrounded by people, yet feeling utterly empty. That day, I learned the most painful lesson of my life. Don't discard people simply because you are tired or overwhelmed. Don't let a moment of anger dictate a lifetime of regret. One day, you will regain your energy, your finances, and your peace, but the people you pushed aside might be gone forever, even if they are standing right in front of you. What do you think about this story? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed today's story, then don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out anytime I post interesting stories like this right here on Sem Diary. Don't forget to also check out my other video. We stopped talking for 3 days, then I lost him. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.